Hello everyone. So I want to give my thoughts on the Supernote A6X e-ink tablet that I purchased and received earlier this week. So I've had it for a couple of days now. You may have seen the unboxing video. Luckily, and this video should be a little bit better than the one I did previously because I didn't have the camera set up appropriately. So it was really close. So I've noticed that and kind of fixed that issue. Hopefully this video will appear to be better. So I want to get into some of the use cases for this tablet and also do a comparison with the Nova 2 that I have from Onyx Boox. So you can kind of see the different uses between the different devices. And then I'll also give my take on which one's better than the other, just from the way I use these e-ink tablets. So let's get into it. First off, let's get into the note-taking of the tablet. So the general purpose for this particular e-ink device is going to be either note-taking, looking at PDFs, or looking at EPUB or ebooks. So the note-taking is probably going to be the thing you do the most and you're more interested in. So let's go ahead and let's create a note. And if we go into the note app and we just open up the pen, again, this Superstar set came with this Lamy pen, nice pen. It does have the plastic nib, and just to show you some of the writing here. Oh, you can see there that button that's on there. May not be as clear, but there is a button on here for you to erase. One thing I have noticed with this pen is because of the placement and the way I hold the pen, you could hit that button by mistake some of the time. Okay, but with that said, let's go into writing. So the writing is smooth. You can see that here. There's really no latency with the pen. And one thing that's different between this particular tablet, it does have this screensaver or screen protector on top of it that gives it somewhat of a tackier feel. It's not a glass feel. It does offer some resistance to the pen. It may feel a little bit different if you have the ceramic tipped pens that are offered by Supernote. But for the one with the plastic nib, what I do notice is that there is a little bit of a tacky feel. So as you're writing on the tablet, you can feel some resistance to the point to where the tablet's slippery. So if you don't have it in its case, the tablet might slide around a bit as you're writing, because again, it's not glass, a glass surface that's really smooth and slick that you're writing on. But the writing itself is really smooth. You can go ahead and type. It's very responsive. There's really no lag at all from the pen writing onto the tablet itself. You do get all the options to be able to change your pen tip width and color. Let's go into the more broader option. And you can change the highlighters, the erasers. One thing I did note here is that when you erase, so let's just select the eraser here, and then we erase. If you notice, some of this, the erasing may not show here as well. Doesn't erase, I guess, completely. And there is supposed to be an update that's coming out. But you can see how it kind of leaves spots behind things that are not getting erased when you do it. So that's one issue I've kind of seen as I erase. You have to sometimes do it more than one time just to clean up any of the artifacts that are left behind. And I haven't seen where you can actually select and make the erase tip wider than what it is right now. So if I'm doing this, there's kind of a, either you're going to trace exactly what you're erasing, or you're going to do a lot of erasing in order to get rid of, what it is you're trying to do. You can swipe up on the side to remove any ghosting. So I do like that. It's pretty handy, and it's right at your fingertips to be able to do that. Another issue I think I've seen here, let's switch to a document now. Upload the PDF that I have on here, and let's see if I can reproduce this here with the highlighting tool. So if we go with the highlighting tool here, you can see that the highlight almost blocks the text that is in the PDF, to the point where the darker you get, the less you can actually see here, and it sits on top of the actual text. If you do white, it completely covers it up. You can't see anything here. So the thing with the highlighting here is that it would be nice to have the highlight behind the actual text, which some of the tablets actually give you the ability to do. And you just saw how it switched page on me as well. I did notice that it's pretty sensitive to touch. So I put the pen down here. As I'm writing, there's been times where even in a note, the page would switch to a new page as I'm writing. So I would have to turn off. They do have a disable touch feature button there where you can disable it. But I have found that when I'm using the Nova 2, that it's less sensitive to touches as I'm writing. So that's one thing to note as you're using this tablet. But other than that, I did set up the synchronization to their cloud. It is very slow, and I've also had issues with the web page. So when I go to the web page, I have notes that are synced in here. And when I try to open those notes in Chrome, they don't open. They give me an error. And I'll try to put an example or show it to you in this video as well. So here's an example of the issue that I'm seeing in the Supernote's Cloud Sync. So when I'm logged into their portal, if I go to my notes here, these are notes that I've synced. If I click on them, you can see I get this resolution failure. I'm not really sure what this is, but it happens on each of the individual notes that I have synced here. So I'll have to reach out to Supernote support to see if there's something that can be resolved. The tablet, again, it performs well when you're writing. You can load in EPUBs as well as the PDFs. Go into the document here. Let's close this one. Let's go into the EPUB. And in the EPUB, one thing that is a known issue with the EPUB here is that the width, you can see how far apart or how big the margins are on the sides here. I did get an email just today, actually. I just purchased this, and a couple days later, they sent me an email outlining some of the issues or bugs that they have with the device and what they're going to fix. So that was really good to see as well, that there are issues that they know about, and they're communicating to their users, the user community, that they're looking to fix those issues as well. So by using this device for a couple of days and having access to the Nova 2 tablet here, which does have Android on it. The new device is using Android as well, but still the functionality has not been really opened up to do any more than what the original A6 is using. I don't have an A6 to compare it to, but from everything I've read and from other videos I've seen on the A6, pretty much the functionality is the same at this point. They are looking to add additional stuff down the road. But the Lamy pen that does come with it does work on the Nova device. You can create new notes. And if let's go ahead and swipe a new page here, you can see the writing on here. Writing. Oh, have the eraser selected. The Nova is very much has a glassy feel, so it's really smooth. So as you're writing, everything glides over it. I'm torn between which one I like better. I do like the glass feel. I'm used to it, especially from using an iPad with the Paperlike screen protector on it. That helps. This doesn't have the screen protector on it, but the glass feel I'm used to. As I move over here to the Supernote, it does feel a little bit better because of the resistance that you do get. But I don't have a problem writing on the glass like some people might. So if that glass smooth feel is a problem for you, you may like this Supernote A6 a little bit better from its writing feel, because it does give you some resistance when you're writing. Now, as far as the usage and maybe a comparison between these two devices, one thing I've noticed is, again, this device is really for note-taking. You can read and mock up ebooks and PDFs, and that's pretty much where it stops. That's it. So it's really focused on doing certain things, which is around the note-taking and the reading of PDFs and ebooks, and you can also mark up the ebooks and PDFs. But on the Nova 2, I think you just get way more bang for your buck without sacrificing any additional features. So I can do the note-taking in all its glory. There's a lot of stuff you can do on the note-taking, but because I also have access to the Google Play Store, I can go ahead and I can use Notion. I can use the little writing app to take certain notes or do some writing with. I have access to Kindle, and I also have access to Scribe-D. So other reading apps, I don't have to download and move my ebooks and PDFs that I use, say, in Scribed. I can just open up the app and I have access and across devices, right? So Scribe-D is on my Android phone and also on my iPad. So I think this is a really good benefit, is that with here, if I want to get content on here, that's on another device, you can connect the USB drive to your computer. It'll show up as, a storage device, and you can move either PDFs or EPUBs to this device very easily. You can also upload those same files using the web page as well, but the synchronization is really slow. So I find it a lot easier and quicker just to plug it into my computer and copy the files over. So I I think as far as the device itself, the Supernote A6 right now, it's limited in what it can do. And as long as you're buying it for, you know, what it's focused on, the device works very well. I haven't had any problems with it. It is speedy. They have bumped up the specs in this device. So it is responsive and it works well for what it does. If you want more than just note taking, the PDF and EPUB reading and editing, then you need to go with another device similar to the Onyx Boox Nova. So if this video was helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel and look out for additional videos to come. As I said, I'm going to do a more thorough review on the Nova 2, but I wanted to get this one out quick because there was a user who commented on wanting to see the writing and the performance of the writing on this tablet. So I hope this was helpful. Have a nice day.